Hi everyone and thanks for listening. This is Rachel and Hunk Hands bringing you our very first podcast, Singapore, Sex, Hands and Toys. Today we're live from Gardens of the Bay and we're about to discuss sex, and more sex.
How's it going, everybody?
So today's topic, Mr. Hunk Hands, is let's talk about sex.
Get things kicked off.
Yes, we want to keep it very broad, talk about sexual things, positions, what people think about. So our first little thing was, who enjoys it more? Who do you think enjoys it more?
I think it depends on the sex, but basically, if you listen to a couple having sex, like who's noisier?
Girls.
Right. So I would say definitely girls. What do you think?
I really think girls enjoy it more than men.
They're noisier.
That
In a good
mean,
way.
That doesn't mean that they enjoy it more. I
Okay.
mean, how many couples do you know where the guy constantly complains he doesn't get enough?
Mm-hmm. But when they're getting it, who's actually enjoying it?
What about faking?
Okay. So that's true. So girls do fake it more than guys, right? I think because it's harder for a guy to fake.
Guys can't fake.
Well, yeah, you can't fake having an orgasm, I guess, unless you have some, like, Hollywood pyrotechnics or something going on. But as far as, like, who actually enjoys it more,
I guess you could say because women can have multiple orgasms, so therefore we can definitely enjoy it more.
Right.
But I guess we're looking at two different things. Who desires it more is a
Right.
whole different question to who wants it more.
Right.
I think men want it more,
In general, yeah.
but I think that even women desire. But I think men desire it more. But even in the act, once a woman gets going, she's fine. We've all come up with excuses not to have sex, and then once we have it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm really glad I did that.
Yeah. I think both sexes have, like, their own issues. Like, women tend to get caught in their head, and they're more caring and nurturing in general, right? We're talking, like, averages, right?
Yeah,
If you take
yeah,
100 women, they're in general going to be more nurturing than 100 guys. Any one girl could be anywhere on the bell curve, but... So, because they're more nurturing and empathetic, they're more thinking about the other person, less focused on their own pleasure. So I think a lot of times girls have the capacity to have, like, crazy sex, really enjoy it, really, like, go out of their minds, but they don't let themselves do it.
It's very true. I think that's how I feel about myself. I think it's also that perception. I always think that guys want it, enjoy it more, because they can be the dominating one.
Yeah.
Whereas if a female turns it around and makes it dominating and domineering and takes over, then she'll be the one that enjoys sex more. So, whilst I still think it's men, I guess if from a woman's perspective, if you were the dominating person, then it's definitely more pleasurable for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
But some girls like to be dominated, right?
Oh, definitely.
So,
And to be honest, all girls want to be shown the way. There's no girl who has sex the first time and goes, yeah, I'm going to ride this horse right. Like, they have no idea.
Right.
Girls still have in their mind that the man has to lead them.
right.
And I think that's a huge part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember my first time, there was no way I was going to be saying, oh, put it here and do that there, because that feels great.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I guess we're
I think it's like, who's going to have more fun at Disneyland, like the kid or the parents who are, like, bringing the kid around and managing, you know, like, okay, we need to eat now, we need to go to the bathroom, we need to get water. I think the guy, in general, right, the guy, the dominant person in, like, when two people are having sex, the dominant person usually has to, like, think about more, and the submissive person can usually let go and just sort of, like, enjoy the ride.
Or just lay there and starfish.
Yeah, you could also, I mean, if
That means they're definitely not enjoying
if the sex
no
is terrible,
starfish likes it.
For sure. I mean, like, who's going to have the worst sex ever? It's probably going to be a woman. Who's going to have the best sex ever? I would say it's probably a woman. Guys are sort of, like, in the middle.
Oh, good point. Because there are times that guys actually can't come.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's
I've been
there's plenty of times I've been like, come on, let's get on with it. How much longer does it be? Like,
Yeah.
how much more dirty talk can I say? And there's just nothing. So I guess, I don't know, I guess we'll agree, disagree. I still think men enjoy it more, but yours is...
Yeah, I agree. It's nuanced. Yeah.
It is very tough. But I'll stick with men enjoying it more and women not.
Yeah.
And
okay.
you're on the female bandwagon.
I'll say in general, yeah, a screaming girl is going to sound like she's having more fun than a guy in the throes of sex.
I guess women women do have more luxuries in sex, but that doesn't mean that you get the multiple orgasm every time.
It's true.
So I'm still going to stick to men on this.
It's true. Okay.
But still.
All right.
So, what is your weekly ideal amount?
Amount of what? What are you
Sex.
talking? Sex? It's such a bad question.
It's a tough
such a
one,
naughty
isn't
question.
it? Well, I mean, men would all love to say every day, but every day doesn't mean great sex. You can't have great sex every day. It's absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
You'd be desensitized. You wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah. I think it really matters where you're coming from. Like when it comes to sex, like your relationship with sex. Like let's say, like your relationship with pizza. You know, if you just like,
I love pizza.
yeah, like if you're like a chef and you just love pizza and you like to try different types of pizzas, you know, like what's the maximum amount of pizza you could eat in a day? You'd be like, well, I'll try a little bit and I'll test and I'll taste and I'll appreciate every little thing. Versus like the person who's, you know, has an eating disorder and they're just like shoving it into their face, you know?
I love how we're using sex and pizza in the same kind of.
Well, I'm going from the addiction angle, because like some people are like have sex addiction, maybe not like full blown, but there's a certain flavor of that, you know, in their mind where
Sex addiction's a good topic to cover,
yeah.
actually.
Mm-hmm. So like somebody could have like I like in my own personal life, I've had times where I had sex because it was routine. It was something that, and it was an avoidance of like the other parts of your life that you weren't lining up the way that you wanted them to, and like that was probably like the time in my life where I had the most sex, but probably I enjoyed it the least, you know. So now I'm much more interested in like having less sex in general and enjoying it more. So I think that type of sex you can actually have a lot more if you're really enjoying if you're enjoying it and you have a positive relationship with sex and with the person with your partner or partners. I think that you can have a lot. If it's negative, the more you have, the worse it is for you. Which is a really roundabout way of answering your question. I haven't given you a number.
You haven't given me a number yet. I want a number. Okay, here's a scenario. If you were with 6 months into a relationship, so the spark's still there, the excitement's still there.
Right.
You had good sex, not great sex all the time, but you had good sex. How many times a week would you like it? If you had someone that you could have, actually, that's probably bad. If you could have sex, you had access to sex regularly because you were in a relationship, what would your ideal number a week be?
In a relationship makes it a little like more complicated because I think.
Okay, no relationship because you're not in one.
All right.
So
yeah,
if you could have sex with anyone, how many times would you want to have sex per week?
So, I think like 5, something like that.
5.
Two
wow.
off days.
So 2 day off days.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I'm in a relationship, so. But very.
You can go higher than my number. There's no. You can be your own person.
In
whatever
one way or
you
another,
want.
I would love it every day, but everyone knows that.
There you go.
But I guess when you come back into quality versus quantity, 4 times is good. 5 would be amazing, but that's just never going to happen with our work schedules. And I think also being in a relationship for this long, even though we have access to toys galore, too hard to have great sex every single time. So 4 would be my ideal number. Sadly, it's pretty much about 2 at the moment, but we're working on changing that. I hope he's listening and he gets that. But yeah, 4 is like my ideal number. I would really like it 4 times a week. That's enough for me. So.
And how long would each? So a quick one. Like how long would that be? Like what's your ideal session length?
Ooh.
Let's say you're actually gonna have sex.
Sounds really bad, but 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes look, when you're drunk, you can have those really good long sessions, but sometimes a nice 15-minute wham bam, thank you ma'am is good. Like it's just enough for you to get hot, sweaty, you come, it's amazing, it's still passionate, and you never get to that point of having to make those moans and groans that hurry it along, so to speak, which is awful, but yeah, 15 minutes is good, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I can't think of the last time I had sex, probably longer. So
okay.
Maybe we'll put that in the list of things for me to do, enforce sex for longer than half an hour.
You should give it a shot, just as like an experiment. I
Hang
usually
on,
go
if
like
you're including foreplay.
yeah.
Oh, well then it's probably a bit longer.
I mean, like naked in bed, like doing stuff.
I'm talking full-on penetration, start to finish. I wasn't including foreplay because obviously with a house full of toys, there's a lot of foreplay going on. So.
Okay, like before you have
sex.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But to be fair, there are generally twice a week is that morning rollover, kiss, cuddle, 10-minute bam, which I love.
All right.
Gets my day started far better.
You're into efficiency. I like it.
I am. And going back more onto from sex, we're going on to positions, favorite positions. I did, for fast facts at the end, try to find out how many sexual positions there are.
Okay.
No way you can put a number to it, apparently.
Okay.
It is like impossible. There's like all these different sex books that say this, this, and this, but no one can actually put a number to the different kind of sexual positions that are out there.
All right.
So,
I'm trying to stall for time and answer the question probably, or think about it. So because there are like different positions for different phases of sex. You know, I mean, like when you finish, like in the like when a guy's about to come, he wants to like thrust into the girl like
deep,
hard, right? So there's some positions that are really good for that.
Behind, doggy.
Right, or
man
like
on top, legs, yeah.
Yeah, right. Legs on the guy's shoulders, like sort of like twisting the girl over. Girls on her back. Like that's probably my preferred one. Like when you're gonna finish sex.
Sounds
like when I'm gonna come. So legs on shoulder, and then just like usually like holding the girl's hair, like sort of pulling her hair. And,
you like to be aggressive in bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your favorite position then.
What about you?
I'd like to be different all the time because otherwise it gets boring. I like being on top because I like being in control. But I think we've established I'm a very controlling person.
You're looking at the clock and you want to... Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I like being on top. But, do you know, it depends because when I'm drunk, I really just want to be done from behind. I want, as deep as I can get. So, but at the same time, I hate past partners. I've hated when they keep chopping and changing positions. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like, 2 pumps here, 10 pumps there, 5 pumps here. I hate that. I hate the constant mix because you can never get that nice rhythm. I
have very few positions that I actually go for anymore.
Yeah.
There's like super few. Like
I guess once you become experienced,
like 5 or 6.
You know what works.
Yeah. It's
experimenting is like
it's like missionary is actually I like missionary at the beginning because you can like watch the girl's face as you first penetrate her and you can do it slowly. I like that. Girl on top, there's like front back. I mean, just to keep it super simple.
Yeah.
And I do, right? I just keep it simple. Front back, doggy style. You've got sort of like pushed down doggy style, so she's like lying on the bed.
Yeah.
Like belly down. And then missionary with the legs on the shoulder.
Ooh.
Like that's pretty much that's about all I got. Like.
Ooh, do you know what I do like? I do like lying on the side.
Yeah.
I love that. Lying
Where
on the side, guy comes
up?
From behind.
The guy's lying behind you? Or
yep, lying behind me, spooning.
Okay, yeah.
Spooning.
Yeah.
The spooning position, I do like that. I love being touched. I love that. That is
it's a lot of skin-to-skin contact.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really orgasmed from that position.
Right. It's just
nice. It's just nice. Yeah. It's a nice way to start, especially like my morning play, which again we established I quite enjoy. A bit of morning 10-minute play action. So, yeah. I don't know. Actually, do you know what? My repertoire is quite small in positions as well.
You don't need a large repertoire. I mean, like... You need to make sure the other person is
enjoying.
Yeah, enjoying, and they're gonna come and they're gonna like feel positive about the experience. And you don't need tricks and like crazy shit. Just whatever works.
Yeah. No, I literally think that we roll between like 3 or 4.
That works.
Which totally works for us. But maybe I need to up my game. Maybe we need to change it up, and then maybe I'll get my 30-minute session in.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when we go back and do it again.
Do more than 30 times 2. Go for that.
Exactly. All right. So this week I got a fantastic question from one of my male customers, and his question was about moans and groans, which actually we've just been talking about.
Right.
So his question is, my girlfriend is great with noises. However, I sometimes wonder if the groan and moans are real or if she's faking it just to please me. How can I decipher this? Wow.
Ask her.
Definitely a good point.
That's one way. If you have a relationship, you could ask her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are.
There's different levels of relationships, though, right? But I think if you have a great relationship, ideally, you just ask them and they tell you, and no harm, no foul.
No, very true. I would like to think I'm a master of moaning and groaning to hurry him up.
Okay, yeah.
Not gonna lie. So I think in answering directly to his question, ask, like you said, but if they're fake, who cares? I mean, unless you know if you've made her come originally, but at the end, I'm not gonna lie, us girls, we will just make it a little bit louder and we will grab and thrust harder. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but it's just to make you come quicker because we're kind of over it. Not for everybody, but
yeah, it's not like fake and real. I think that's more of a spectrum. Because like what you're saying, just a little bit louder, just a little bit more exaggerated, a little bit longer, a little bit more like guttural. You might feel good, but you don't feel that good. So it's not necessarily fake. You might just be playing it up a bit.
Have you ever had a girl where you know she's just absolutely moaning and groaning, and you know it's just not rocking her world?
Yeah, for sure.
And what does that do to your ego?
It's like I think with sex, it's sort of like a dance, and you need feedback from the person so that you can figure out what they like and you can adjust, and you're trying different things. And if the feedback you're getting is disingenuous, then you don't know how to dance with them, right? So it's like you're going down on a girl and you try something, and if you can tell from body language. It's a little bit harder to lie with body language, but if she's being authentic with like her voice, it's really useful information. It can be like, okay, she likes that. And then you can maybe just stick with it, or maybe you can use that as like a go-to thing, and you can come back around to it later. But if you're not getting good information, then it's just harder. And
communication is key.
Yeah, seems like less of a connection. Also,
I think you need to ask her, and if she does say, tell her I do it all the time.
Okay.
to make it happen, sometimes you've got to go a little bit louder, a little bit more moanier, kind of like right there. Ask her, because it might be a signal for you to hurry up, and while she might think that you're overly pleasing, it might just be a little bit of a hurry up thing. But it, like Hunk said, it's not because she's not enjoying it. I am enjoying it when I'm doing it, but I also, I've come now.
Right.
So, I think communication is key. Ask. If you guys have been together a long time, go for it. I mean, I'm sure you've had kind of conversations like this before.
Yeah,
so
and have an awkward conversation, screw it, whatever. Like, have an awkward conversation.
Wine,
it's fine.
Ask the question, or during it, do you like that? Maybe she'll respond, maybe she won't, who knows? But communication is key. So ask her, but in all honesty, us girls do it. So and I'm just gonna put that out there.
Ask her, just don't believe her.
We do it.
Tentatively believe her.
Don't be upset if you get the response that she says
she'll
yes.
Say, of course. I love it.
Yeah,
you're
you know what?
best.
She probably will.
Right.
She probably will. I don't even think I've ever told W that, but never mind. I think don't be upset with it, and keep going. If she's moaning and groaning, she's loving it some way.
Yeah,
so
it could be worse.
Exactly. All right, so we're heading to the end of our little show today. So we're going to finish off with a couple of fast facts, and they are, of course, sex related. So the top 5 most satisfied countries in the world when it comes to sexual intercourse are: number 1, Switzerland; number 2, Spain; number 3, Italy; number 4, Brazil; number 5, Greece. My beautiful Australians came in at number 9, and sorry, Hunk, US not even to be seen in the list.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about that list?
Is Singapore on the list?
I think that says it all.
All right. I'm with you, Singapore. US and Singapore suck. Sorry, we'll work on it.
There's also been a change in the sexual peak for men and women. So a female sexual peak is actually 26 and a male's is 32. They used to say that a female sexual peak was in her early 30s, about 32, and men's is at 18. But now they're saying male is 32, a woman is 26. So,
like, as far as sexual attractiveness, or like
wanting, your sexual desire.
Interesting.
So yeah, the women have come down in age, and the guys have gone right up.
I would have thought guys were like 14 or something, but interesting.
Yeah, well, I still think girls are in their 30s, but then depends on the stage of life you're in. Everyone think about like college days, uni days. Then again, we don't enjoy it then. But that's what they're saying. Males 32, which I think that's like in their like career prime.
I'm
so
32.
as if they're thinking,
I'm 32.
Are you in your sexual prime right now and trying to fuck everything? Enjoying it the most? Actually, you understand it more now.
Enjoying it the most, yeah.
Yeah, well, see? It's right.
It takes
it's
you a while to
completely
figure it
right.
out. Jesus, wow, this is amazing.
It knows everything.
These fun facts are amazing.
And new studies are finding that women prefer to think about more sex than men. Oh, this is going back to thinking about who thinks who prefers sex more.
Yeah.
Which is something we'll definitely touch on in a coming series. If women prefer to think about it more than men, girls thinking about it more. Well, I guess girls are being more open about sex and masturbating. So I know I masturbate more than my boyfriend.
Among girls.
Yeah,
right?
but
like in
women
general,
think about it more.
like if you're having a public conversation, girls are supposed to be a little bit more demure, in general. So maybe that's why they're sort of pushed back into their heads.
I think we're breaking out of our shell now, though. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. This is Rachel and Hunk saying good night.
Good night. Night.